Welcome back to NBC6 News. I'm Leslie Draffin, and this is Hometown Heroes, a salute to Barksdale Air Force Base. Man's best friend is also one of the most vital tools keeping troops safe in war zones, but their special skills also make them a target for the enemy. But that is why this special bond between dogs and their handlers is so strong. They are guardians of the night, keeping troops safe in combat because of a very special ability.
We have a few tools that we can actually use to detect the IEDs. The dog's number one on the list. The dog can actually smell the explosives in the ground.
Staff Sergeant Andrew Phillips trains these military working dogs to detect bombs, drugs, and attack on command. But he says the most important lesson is friendship and trust.
You will spend maybe a month not doing anything training-wise, but just being the dog's friend.
His best canine friend is 3-year-old Rico.
The great thing about Rico is he's best of both worlds, high energy, never got tired, but he was just really, really smart.
Last year, the pair spent 6 months in Afghanistan. It was Rico's first deployment. Phillips had been in the war zone before.
It's actually a lot easier because when you go back to your kennel, take off all your gear, you got to take your dog's gear off. You just want to sit there and decompress, and he's just going to come in and sit in your lap and be like, "Dad, that was rough." You can just see it in his face.
Phillips says surviving combat creates a special bond between man and dog.
It's just like a very pure bond. It's just a dog that's going to love you for you being you.
This love made returning home bittersweet because Phillips was getting promoted and Rico was getting a new partner.
Very emotional, knowing that everything I had been through with that dog, it was just taken. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it.
Now Rico's kennel is empty and he's back in Afghanistan fighting in some of the most dangerous war zones.
Now you got him outside the wire. You got him outside clearing villages. You got him outside finding IEDs.
They're often targeted by the enemy.
They realize if they can take the dog out, they actually increase their chances of hurting U.S. forces.
Welcome to Afghanistan.
TV audiences saw this firsthand in the Animal Planet documentary Glory Hounds, when Air Force Tech Sergeant Lynn Anderson and his dog Asa were targeted by a remote detonated IED. Anderson lived, thanks to his canine comrade.
He did notice something, a change in his dog, which actually probably saved his life.
Some teams aren't so lucky.
Everybody that you're with knows what you bring to the table, and they're going to take care of you. If the dog gets hurt, the helicopters are coming, medevacs are coming. They treat it just like a person because the bond is actually extended to your actual team, and they care just as much about that dog as you do.
Proof that man's best friend is also one of our country's most loyal veterans. The Military Working Dog Team program was first begun in World War II. Dogs and their handlers have served in every major conflict since, and a memorial to these heroes who have been killed or wounded in action is currently being built in Texas at Lackland Air Force Base. Now, we recently got an update on Rico from his handler, Senior Airman Alex Costanzo. The two are deployed to Afghanistan, and Costanzo says he and Rico are both doing great. Their main job is to find and identify improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, one of the most deadly weapons used by enemy forces. Costanzo says, quote, "As far as mine and Rico's bond goes, it's never been stronger. Everything I do, he's involved in. He's with me almost every second of the day and even stays in my barracks at night. It's funny, if I put him in his outside kennel, he's become an escape artist to get out of it and come be by me. There's no better feeling than knowing that you and your dog's bond is what keeps you and the men you lead alive." Those loyal veterans are slated to come home in about a month, and Rico's former handler, Staff Sergeant Andrew Phillips, says he can't wait to have a reunion when Rico gets back.
Do you know someone who is a hometown hero? Let us know who yours is. Upload a paragraph and a picture on your military, police, or fire hero to our ArkLatexHomepage.com or to our Facebook page.